participating in the December daily challenge that's been run by Shiles728, and I've decided to use this packaging from some books that I received from Amazon and make it into a folio. It's got these flaps inside that held the book, but I think that they'll be ideal maybe for turning into some sort of photo piece, and I like the way that it wraps over, and inside I should probably put some sort of signatures or something in there. I'm not really sure yet, but I thought the outside as well was ideal for decorating. So I dug out my Christmas crafting box and pulled out a few bits, and I found these pieces from last year's paper tablecloth we had that I'd cut up afterwards. I managed to save some bits that didn't have gravy stains all over them, and I thought they'd come in useful someday, and now I've decided that I'm going to use them for the cover of this journal. I'm going to be using gel medium to adhere it down, and I'm going to do it section by section, and I apologise if I go out of frame, but it's such a big folder to work with and I've only got a small area. So I apologise, and I'm going to speed it up now. I'm going to have to stick it on in two halves with a join down the middle, and I'm leaving this grey piece at the edge as an overhang so that I can fold it over onto the inside and make the edges neat. Okay, so now it's all on, and you can see the dividing line down the middle, but I'm going to take care of that afterwards. On the inside, so I've got this overhang now, and I've trimmed that corner off so that it'll fold over properly, and then I'm going to fold those edges in and glue them down so that it'll be quite a nice finish. And then when I put some sort of decorative paper inside, once I've decided what I'm going to do, then some of that will be covered up as well. So I went ahead and did that off camera, and here I am showing you some ribbon from my stash, which I'm going to use to cover up that join I was telling you about, and also to be my closure. Here I'm showing you the nice neat edges inside. Well done, Lynn, you did a good job. Pat on the head. So now I'm measuring how much ribbon I'm going to need, making sure that I've got enough really before I start. I stuck some double-sided tape on the back of the ribbon, and I'm going to take the back off, shadow hands, and stick it on my book. Dug down in my stash again, and I found this icicle trim that I bought a few years ago. I thought to myself, yes, that would look nice on there. So I'm going to glue it with gel medium onto the book. It's going to be a very fiddly process, so I'm going to do it offline because I think I'm going to have to do it section by section and let it dry, because these bits twist all over the place. And I'm going to use matte super heavy gel by Liquitex, which is a really thick gel medium, so it should help to hold them in place, until the glue's dried and holding them down. I can already see that it's going to be very tricky, but still, determination wins the day. When I got the icicles all stuck on, it was a labour of love, believe me, but they look good. And then I found these little wooden snowflakes in my stash. I've rubbed some glitter over the top of them, and I'm going to glue them in the centre of the snowflakes that are on the paper with this matte super heavy gel. At the minute I've just sort of laid them in place where I want them to be. I cut out the words December Daily 2014 on my scan and cut out of some turquoise card, and now I'm just going over the top with some turquoise stickles. Here, turquoise. And I'm going to put that to one side to dry. When the letters were dry, I'm just finding exactly what position I want them to be on the folder, and then I'm going to glue them on with Cosmic Shimmer glue. It's a tacky glue that dries quite quickly and catches quite fast, so it's useful for that, and it's also got a very thin nozzle, so it's quite good for applying glue to little delicate thin bits when you can get the glue out of the hole, that is. Here we go. I was thinking about this closure last night, and I found these buckles in my stash that I'd got from, I think it was Wild Orchid Craft a long time ago. So I'm thinking of a way to use those, and I'm trying to be careful because this is the last bit of ribbon I've got, so I don't really want to ruin it. I've been thinking about it for a while, and now I think I've come up with the best way to do it. I figured if I cut these two bits shorter and then fixed the buckle onto the remaining parts of the ribbon, then I could thread those through. So I've got one of them here on the ribbon, and I'm just sort of going to experiment really by clipping it under with staple tiny attacher, and trying to see how that will work out. and if it will enable it to buckle up okay. Well, that seems to be okay, except for it needs to go back a bit further, I think. So I'm going to take it off now and fiddle about with it until I get it right, and then I'll come back and show it to you at the end when it's all done. Okay, well there you are, it's done. The closure's on. I had to stagger it a bit because I couldn't get the ribbons to lie exactly next to each other if they were next to each other, but I quite like the staggered effect anyway. It's very hard for me to get it all in the video, but I'll try and move it around. If I put it sideways, maybe you can see better. I'll stick a photo on the end of the video anyway. But yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks pretty. And again, I've covered one of the other prompts from Sue where she said to use the white theme. I quite like this white and turquoise teal look for Christmas anyway, rather than the traditional red and green. And I like the way it sparkles. Yeah, so to open it, then you just unbuckle the straps and then it opens up. Of course, the inside will come with time. So there you go. I hope you like it, and look forward to hearing your comments and working alongside a lot of you as we put these December dailies together. It's should be quite good fun because I've never done anything like that before. So bye for now.